It is Bry with the T with the wait. Hey everybody, it is B with the T, Bry with the Y. I don't read minds but the vibes. They never lie. Can I get an amen? They never do. So let's check the vibes. Let's read the vibes on episode 10. Is it episode 10? Episode 10 of MAFS, Married at First Sight. Come on now. You know I like to get a little water. Osaka is the best water. Y'all know it's spring water. Okay, let's talk about Mark and Lindsay. Lindsay makes good TV because she is so honest. And she's almost honest to a fault. Like, she has barely any tact. I really would love to find out what her zodiac sign is because that woman is very unhinged in a lot of ways, but it makes for good TV. If it wasn't in the context of this show, I think she would make really good TV. She would be like a villain that we love to hate. It is very sad that many women don't have a voice when it comes to their sexual gratification. And if they do give their lack of gratification a voice, they're deemed, uncouth. You're not dainty enough. Like, you're not operating in your feminine energy. I hate that because it gives women a reason to be quiet because I want to be chosen by a man. So I need to operate in my feminine energy and be submissive. That ain't the thing. I love that Lindsay actually speaks up and says that I'm unsatisfied. Now, you might not want to say it on national television. I don't care how you split it, how you dice it. Getting yours and then tumbling out the bed to go to work? Oh, hell no. I don't care if you gotta lick a nipple till it's 1995. You lick that nipple until they get what they got to get. You eat that cooch until she get what she got to get. You feel what I'm talking about? That is the hallmark of an inept lover. I was listening to another YouTuber say that she did not experience an orgasm until she was like 26 or 28 or something like that. Men are not doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, even if it came to the effort involved, guys, please. When it comes to sex in a relationship, some people say, oh, it's not a big deal. To some people, it's not a big deal. But to many people, it changes the game. It may not be a deal breaker, but it definitely changes the game. When it comes to Mark and Lindsay, Mark want to have library sex. He want to be slow and passionate, put Anita Baker on in the background. And Lindsay, she want a ball gag. She want to have sex on a roller coaster. She want to be yelling and screaming while it's going down, and he just like, you're too loud, you're too abrasive. How you gonna be Mark the Shark and you can't put it down? I have yet to see shark tendencies from Mark. Like, I ain't getting it. Like, I'm just not, it's not. Lindsay is not wrong for saying, I want to be wooed. The same way you want to be wanted by your woman is the same way she wants to be desired and wanted by you. Okay, that is the end of Mark and Lindsay. Mark the goldfish and Lindsay the shark, okay? I don't have much for Steve and Noy, but Noy strikes me as like, Noy, I feel like Noy be punching Steve in the back when the cameras are off. Like, he just might be consumer, like punch him in the back. He be like, Noy. I feel like she be hitting him. I don't know why. I'm just playing. I really felt it was touching the way Noy opened up and the way she was remorseful for the way Steve felt because of her actions. Sometimes we have to really take inventory on what we do and how what we do affects the people that are closest to us. Now, on the other hand, when she was crying, Steve was just looking like, yeah, crying. He was like, because this can't happen again. I'm like, damn, Steve, have a little compassion, rub her back. I know she be punching you in yours, but damn, rub her back. That's why she be hitting you. Overall with Noy, I really feel like she wants to ultimately feel secure. Some people I've been hearing that they're saying Steve is sitting on a lot of money. Steve is a secret millionaire. There's no reason for you to do that. If you are sitting on a big old goose egg, let her know that she will be okay in the future. Now, here's the thing. When Dr. Viviana asked her, like, would you be okay if his savings were good and you were good going forward, and he just didn't work, he didn't go to a 9 to 5 or whatever, but you were good because he's sitting on some substantial savings, she was like, no, I really want him just to work. No, no, honey. You just don't want him sitting around the house while you at work. Gender roles come into play. Gender roles come into play when it comes to Noi. She has a structured idea of what a man should be doing. You should be working, and you should be getting out there and tilling the field. But the thing is, baby, if I got things already on lock, if I can sit out there and gallivant because my savings are looking gallant, I don't think that's a word. It is a word, but I don't know if I used it in the right context. But y'all get what I'm talking about. Why you got a problem? She might low-key be a little jealous, like, damn, Steve, if you don't get your tall ass out there and go and get a job, go play basketball or something like that. Just get out of my face. If she went to work, I don't know if she would totally have a problem with him staying at home. But, because she wouldn't have the visual representation of just a man just lounging around, just doing nothing. But if that is a case for Noi, and that annoys Noi that you have a grown man just sitting at the house, whether he is financially okay or not, y'all need to have a conversation about that. Or you need to address your own, your own sensibilities when it comes to a man getting out there and going to work 9 to 5, because everybody don't want to do that. I just think it's unfair if Steve actually is well off and he does not have to work for the next 1 or 2 years. If he chooses not to, he ain't got to do it. I don't know if Steve is lazy. I think that Steve is choosing an alternate way to live in this world and not be so ruled by the American dream. This 9 to 5 hustle culture is nothing but westernized conditioning. That's all it is. It's a lot of people that are opting out of the American dream because it does not fulfill you. Steve wants to be fulfilled. Steve is in his 40s, I believe. You want me to get out there and do a 9 to 5 situation when I'm okay, when I can freelance and make this much money and I'll be fine? It doesn't have to be a point of contention that he does not have a 9 to 5. The only thing that can be contentious is that I don't want him in my face all day because I got to work at the house. So, Steve, maybe you need to go to the library and go read a book. I don't want you coming in the kitchen cooking and enjoying your life and hear you kikiing on the phone while I'm at work typing in numbers and stuff and wishing that I was free. That's going to bother me. Okay, let's talk about Jasmina and Mike. I have a new name for them. I call them Mike and Mina. Partially because Mike has a little Mike and Ike head. And Mina, it just kind of goes. So, Mike and Mina. So let's get to Mike and Mina. Okay? Mike is like a rock and Mina shoe. When they got their little basket and they had to ask each other questions and stuff, they were kind of getting along. I was like, okay. They remind me more of like brother and sister than like mates. Like, the energy is very strange to me. I like mother and son in a type. It's just weird. Their relationship is not intimate in any way, shape, or form. But they were asking each other questions, and Mike, Beanhead Boy, was asking her, what can I do to make things better, blah, 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 blah. And she said, talk to me. Girl, how much you want to be talked to? Is this boy mute? Maybe him and Katina should have got together because it wouldn't been no talking going on. Because Katina ain't got no voice right now. And Mike sure don't use his. You cannot be scared, Mike. I know another YouTuber said that Jasmina might be the best looking girl that Mike has ever been with. And if that's the case, I can see how that could lend itself to some intimidation. And then they shared stories and embarrassing stories, and Jasmina shared a story about her life, and he shared a story about him peeing on himself when he was like in elementary school or something like that, and they call him Pee Boy. I could see that. He looked like he used to pee on himself. Somebody wouldn't let me go to the bathroom when I was in the 1st grade, and I peed on myself too. It was an act of rebellion. I wanted my freedom. Give me free, because I got to go pee. Maybe I came on smelling about his rank. And then he asked her, what do you find like most attractive about me? They asked each other this. And he was like, your smile. And then she was like, I like your arms. And I was like, okay. That really does make sense of why she always be touching his arms. I don't think he was always the best looking boy in school. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna get pumped up. I'm gonna get fit to where at least I'll have some type of attraction. And maybe that is what leads the way for people to engage with him relationally. Because they're like, oh, he has a nice body. His face is okay. But Mike is not an ugly individual. He's just not, he may not be certain people's type. He's not conventionally attractive. You know? I don't think it's really his looks per se. I really think it's his personality that is such a turnoff to Jasmina. But if there was like a personality under that physical that she could vibe with, I think she would be more inclined to be attracted to him. Like, he seems like a wet rag. and that's a no-go for Jasmina. She strikes me as a sapiosexual, somebody who gets attracted to people intellectually before the physical thing happens. Because she admits that there were sparks when they first met. She doesn't think that he is, of course he's not the sharpest man on the planet. But the thing is, like, if his personality matched or superseded the physicality, I think she would be all right. Because this man could be fine as I don't know what, but if he still had the same personality as Mike, Jasmina would still be like, I can't get wet for you because you don't, I just can't do it. And when you look at it, she's only had long distance relationships. So the physical part has always been kind of out of the equation in a way. She's always connected with these people on a deeper emotional level that kept you talking on the phone. But the thing that comes into play is when it comes to conflict, she doesn't know how to deal with that on a very personal, real level, because you can always hang up. You can always block somebody. You can always move forward to the next long distance conversation, love story. But with Mike, he is there. He is planted, and you cannot run away. And also, she doesn't enjoy herself with him. I can't see them talking on the phone for long hours at night. I just cannot really see that. Attention all men who are watching this. If you want to get to a woman and you want a woman to be your woman, reach her mind first. Reach her mind first, because you will have everything that you want from that woman if you can stimulate her intellectually. Reach her mind, make her feel safe, make her have fun, make her feel like it's just y'all. I ain't going nowhere. You got me. Have something to talk about. Stimulate her mind. Read a damn book. Watch a little bit of news. Something to where you can talk about something more engaging throughout the day that she can say, damn, I ain't never thought about it like that. I'm really with a thinking man. Women love a thinking man. They do. They really do. Okay, also, did y'all see how Jasmina rolled her eyes when Mike was talking? That is so disrespectful, but when I tell you, they zoomed out and like zoomed into her face, and it was like an episode on The Office, the way they did that. I was like, I rolled. I rewinded that at least a few times because I hollered when I saw that. Her eyes was rolled. That was so funny to me. Did y'all find that funny? Because that was funny as hell to me. Lastly about Mina and Mike, I wish Mina would stop talking to this man like he's an invalid. Mike is not a child. Mike is a grown man. He might have childish ways because I feel like he's scared of her. But if you're with a man eater and they sense and smell fear, they're gonna eat you alive. You better stand up. Put that chest out, because it ain't a bird chest. You got a bird neck, but you ain't got a bird chest. Put that chest up and use your deep voice. Jasmine, say something. He just so quiet. She was looking for her brush. He was like, it was in the bathroom. She was like, thank you. And then when she tried to pick his hair out, he was like, ugh. When she was trying to pick his hair out, she really didn't want to do it. She was like, hold up. Okay, you can have it back. She just don't. A girl that really want to comb out your beard, she gonna hold you by your chin and like, she don't want to feel what's underneath that beard because she's scared of what she gonna feel because the beard is just, what is it hiding? And I know she's thought of that. I just want him to shave it off and see what he looked like underneath it, but she's scared. I'm like, what is under this beard? Take it down a little bit. Take it down a notch. I don't know. Whenever she tries to joke with him, I get scared because he's just not, he's not goofy enough. Like, he can't go back and forth. He does not have that. He does not have that intellectual like banter. Like, he's just like, no, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, they're just not a good match. Like when it comes to you have to be witty with Jasmina. He's not witty. He's not witty. He does not have that spark that can the pinch the bottom spark, like he don't have that. He just don't have it. And a lot of men don't have a lot of things that your partner could need, but do you compensate for what you don't bring to the table? I don't even think the boy's compensating for what he ain't bringing to the table. He ain't. Jasmine, stop talking to that boy like he a child. You may not like what he does, but he's not one of your students. Stop it. Stop it. And lastly, we're going to talk about Katina and Olajuwon. I know this video is already going a little long, so I ain't going to keep y'all a long time. But let's just talk about it right quick. Let's read the vibes. Let's read the vibes, because we a vibe reader, not a mind reader. I got some shirts made. If y'all want some of these shirts, just holler at me, let me know. I got a girl that can print them up real quick. Black-owned business on all fronts. Send it out to you. Yes. Okay? Dr. Viviana was annoyed with Olajuwon. Rightfully so. And I'm thankful that production alerted the experts of what was going on. Somebody on production has those women's best interest at heart because they are intervening when it's good to intervene. They saw that footage and it was like, there's some emotional, mental abuse going on here. Let's show this to the experts so maybe they can step in and address this, because she addressed it as soon as that happened. Olajuwon feels like Katina needs to be more outspoken when it comes to his shenanigans, because he is a woman eater. There's man eaters and there's woman eaters. If you get with somebody that is submissive and timid when it comes to you, you're going to bulldoze that person you're going to provoke that person to make them react to you. And I feel like he's a provocateur. I really feel like he is when it comes to Katina. I'm going to do these things to get a reaction out of you. You didn't cry on our wedding day? Is something wrong with you? Let me test you to see how you really are. Are you really an emotional person? Are you really a woman? Because some men invalidate a woman's womanhood if she's not overtly emotional. For whatever reason, I don't know, but men do that. I guess it's just to, I don't know, substantiate your place as a man in a relationship. I have no clue. But it is highly disturbing that he has these ideas of what a woman should be when he is not, in fact, a woman. I don't know who he's looking at, what he's modeling this after, but I really don't understand it. One thing I will say about Olajuwon, if these experts did love language tests, even if the two people who got married did love language tests, I feel like they would open up a can of worms that would help them in this process, because I feel like Olajuwon is acts of service and probably quality time. He is really motivated by what you do for me, because I'm motivated by what I do for you. So if Katina is not performing these things, if not doing things, he does not feel connected to her on that level, on the level of love. He feels like there's something missing. Because when we first opened up, what was he doing? Making pancakes. And he went the extra mile. He was putting blueberries and bananas in the pancakes. I said, he actually kind of cooks. I said, is Katina not doing nothing? You can't make the man no breakfast. Put a little bit of grits on and stuff. What? You ain't had nothing to go with the pancakes? Like, I just don't. Dr. Viviana asked him, like, what were you cooking before she got there? He was like, man, I would just make it to-go stuff, but now I have a wife. And a wife is not something you buy from Target. Like, what? The possessiveness that people put on these titles. This is a whole human being. She's not a wife. She just happens to, this is a title that society has given somebody who partnerships with somebody for life. But outside of those realms, she is a human with her own motivations, her own desires, her own aspirations. And she is trying to navigate this world in the best way possible, now with you by her side. Does a title indicate certain duties, responsibilities? I would say so. But when it comes to a wife and when it comes to a construction worker, there are different laws in place when it comes to positions and things you have to fulfill. There are more regulations with a construction worker than with a wife. A wife, you can do anything. There are many different ways a person inhibits the title of wife. Some women do not cook at all. Some women go overboard and they make everything. Some women, there's a middle ground. Some husbands stay at home, and some husbands go out and they pound the pavement all day long. Some women work at home. Some women go outside and do nothing, just drive around in their little Benz all day and pick up cupcakes. When you say, oh, she's my wife, the only thing you can do is fulfill what your idea is of a husband. That's it. And if the person that you're with said, no, that doesn't compute for me. I really want you to step in this type of way. If that is something that works for you, you can do it. But if it's something that does not fulfill the way you want to show up, you don't have to do that. But at the end of the day, it is a compromise. A marriage is a compromise. You have to understand, like, I want to integrate into this person's life. I want to assimilate as much as possible. How can I move to where we can both be comfortable? If you make breakfast, I'll make dinner. If I make dinner, you make lunch. Like, we just have to, it's got to be a give and a take. It ain't no, oh, I have a wife now. Nigga, what? You have a wife? It's very archaic. It's very hit a woman over the head and put her over your shoulders, and now this is what you do. She is not an indentured servant. She is a whole human being. I just need Elijah to understand that. Let's talk about Katina. Katina. Your mama, I can tell you one thing. I think your mama is a prophet, because the way she was looking at Elijah, she was like, he ain't no good. She caught it right out the bat. Now, your mama might be a little, little rude, because she didn't really have to treat him like that, but she just knew off the bat. She was like, this man ain't it. We thought that y'all would vibe and match because y'all both seem like such vibrant personalities. Like, I didn't peg you as somebody that is as timid. You know, I didn't peg you for that. But you know, some people who go out and always have a good time and are very lively, in certain relationships, they're demure, they're tightened off, they're closed off, they're a different energy, different person when it comes to a relationship. I didn't know that. Your mom, I think Katina's mom knew, like, he's not right for my baby. But she saw it, and now we see it. I didn't know Katina was so vulnerable or fragile when it came to a relationship, when it came to love. I didn't know that. It's really shown in the way that she aims to please. And She wants to be validated by Elijah Wan. That's what she wants, because she really honors and respects, I feel, the title of husband, the mantle of husband. So she wants to please him in any way that she can. But, you know, Katina has her head in the clouds. And it's only so much that she can really do, that she can really anticipate. It's only so many needs that she can anticipate without getting something wrong when it comes to Elijah Wan. Katina has been crying for 2 episodes straight now after she said that she does not cry. And that is troublesome to me, because I'm like, what is going on? Why are you crying so much? Does Elijah Wan feel like he's closer to her because I can make you cry? I got something that the other guys don't? I don't know. The psychology between these two people are very interesting to me, to say the least. Overall, I really want Katina to talk the hell up, girl. You can cuss somebody out without saying one curse word. I promise you can. You really can. I've done it. Tabitha has done it to Wendy Williams. Have y'all seen that? Yeah. But just use your voice. When she brought in them snacks, here's the last thing I'm gonna talk about. This is the second video. We don't get everything right. We still working on things. But when Katina brought in them big bags of groceries, I was like, okay, Katina, you buying groceries. She pulled up, ain't wasn't nothing but snacks. I said, so you know how to shop for junk food, but you don't know how to get no groceries? You don't know how to get no real groceries, but you know how to go out there and get some snacks. I said, this woman is something else. And I'm telling you, Elijah Wan lit up. The only thing is, though, I would have, the lighting up would have given me joy to see if it wasn't for the tearing down of her beforehand. That's what troubles me, because is this going to be a pattern with you? I'm seeing effort. This is what I want. How many times does this woman have to go out of her way to do these things for you? What the hell have you done for her to put a smile on her face? Maybe you could take her to the wig store and she can get another wig. Because from what I know, that wig been sitting on that head for almost 10 weeks because it was installed before she got married. It seems like next episode, Katina is really going to say something to him, but I've talked to people that have disrespected me, and I put them in their place, and they actually enjoyed that. It turned them on. So I think Elijah Wan might be one of those individuals, because people who get to talk to people crazy and the people kind of cower and they don't say anything, they run them over. They have no respect for them. But the people that speak up and say, nope, we're not doing that. Nope, I'm putting boundaries. They love it. Oh, that's sexy to me, man. She put me in my place. Yes, that's exactly what I need, because I know I can be out of control. Why are you doing this? This is emotional manipulation. And then on top of it, it's a black woman? Why do that to Katina? Do you think black women have a different threshold for suffering, for pain? Because they don't. Black women are not more resilient than white women. They're just as fragile. They're just as fragile. They experience different circumstances and they overcome. White women can overcome the same way. They're just as fragile. And I just wish black men would treat black women with a little more care and concern. And I wish black women would treat black men with a little bit more care and concern too. And in a more dignified way. Because, I don't know, the optics for this season with our black couples, it's nauseating in a way. Just all couples, both of the couple, like there's just no mutual respect between hardly any of them. Noy has, the only couple with real mutual respect is Steve and Noy. And that's the only reason why they have been, making the strides with the public as they have, because they have a mutual respect. Elijah Wan does not respect Katina. He only likes her as far as she can do something for him. I'm gonna get off of this. Thank you for catching the vibe with me. This is the second episode on this channel. This is the t-shirt that I'm wearing, that I will be wearing for every broadcast, okay? Because it's easy to have a uniform. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope this gave y'all some type of entertainment today. I'm going to be talking about different stuff also, not just maths, because there's more to life than these dysfunctional ass relationships. I think that's all I got to say. So, So y'all, I'm signing off. I want to leave you with a message, and that is always trust your first mind. The vibes never lie. They don't. They don't. Trust your first mind. The vibes don't lie. All right. I'm gone until next time. Bye, y'all.